Hey guys, Plasticon here. Guess what we're gonna go do? We're gonna go to Dollar Tree and see what kind of cool toys they have. So, join with me on this journey.
Upon first arriving, I found a car carrier. Very cool. Next to some play drills and lots of Hot Wheel track. And check it out, guys. Tiny little Lego sets of military vehicles. It's like a mine grabber, an A-10. We've got a tank and a helicopter. Do find these very interesting. And then there's some cars that are kind of like your Speed Champion Lego stuff. And then I found some big rigs. Just a log carrier and a tanker, but hey, big rigs nonetheless with trailers. And lots of Matchbox. Tons of Matchbox. Next to a few knockoff things, I had like 2 cars per each. And 3 cars per each. Can't beat this. And look, there's a park bench set. Look like there's a little motorcycle with a traffic light. And these are all little buildable scenes. And then we got a Final Faction comic book. That's cool. And we got some Final Faction figures. Lots of them. Seem to be all the same ones on each run here, so very interesting. I didn't see any of the aliens or the robots, but hey, very cool nonetheless. And then there's these kind of knockoffy other Army men. Lots and lots of make-it blocks. Kind of cool to have those and little platforms. The stuff's all relatively very cheap. That's the thing. It's like $1, $1.25 for this stuff. Cannot complain. Lots and lots of little action figures. Very neat. And there was even some Masters of the Universe stuff here, along with just some other superhero stuff. Found this kind of cool. And some Toy Story. And check it out, guys. Erector sets. When's the last time you guys seen erector sets at this cheap? This is amazing. And then we got a cap gun, because who likes cap guns? We got insects, and we got animals, and we got dinosaurs, and more animals, and we got slingshots. Check it out. It's a slingshot and some little squirt guns. Very cool. And then I found one of these little pool top table games. I used to have these when I was a kid. They're very neat. And then we got some dart games, one of those pool games, and some poker chips and dominoes. Very neat to see all this kind of stuff. And then we saw these little car sets here with a dumpster truck and then, some construction vehicles. And check it out, guys. Barbie dolls, and even like tiny little Barbie doll things. This stuff's like $1.25. You can't beat this stuff. Very, very cool. And check it out, a tea set, a food set, even a doctor set. Like, you can't find this stuff like anywhere for this price. And Cookie Monster. Who doesn't like Cookie Monster?
Well, going into Dollar Tree, I actually found some really cool stuff. Like, really cool stuff. Prices are not bad at Dollar Tree for toys. Final Faction stuff is really cool. A lot of people have talked about it. Speaking of which, I did happen to pick up. I'll reach back here and grab it. Comic book. We'll probably go on more in depth on this thing here in a bit. But yeah, pretty neat. I actually think it's kind of cool that they actually have stuff like this for kids. And for some of us collectors, I mean, honestly, I feel like a kid again. Like, didn't spend that much. And it's for a comic. Like, that's the thing. Like, most of the time you go into comic shops, stuff like that, they want anywhere between $5 to $15 sometimes for a comic. Like $1. Like, come on. You can't pass that up, really, for some reading material. You know, like, it's dirt cheap. The figures themselves, they didn't have any of the robots or the aliens that I kind of want to get. Those are the ones I'm more or less after. They had some really, really interesting other stuff in there, like some building blocks. Erector sets? For $1? Like, come on. Like, you can't pass some of this stuff up. This is the stuff that, if you guys are really into building your own toys, making your own stuff, Dollar Tree is really where it's at. Like, honestly. I don't know if you guys go into, like, you know, like larger Dollar Generals, Family Dollars, stuff like that. They have a lot of cool stuff like this too. Don't say that they're kind of garbage, because when it comes to the collecting side, the toy side, the stuff that's really affordable for kids, this is what it's all about. Like, really, like, they had sets there that had 3 little Hot Wheels for like $1. That reminded me, like, back in the days when I can find similar stuff for a very, very, very similar price. Yeah, I know this stuff is probably not like Hot Wheel, you know, quality. But to be honest, is really the Hot Wheel quality what it used to be too? Think about this. How many times did you guys get irritated? Like, I'm sorry, but I am still a little sour about this. When they raised the prices of Hot Wheels from 97 cents to like $1 or something, are you kidding me? You guys decided to raise it like 7-8 cents for what reason? You guys had Hot Wheels and stuff like that for many years. Many years. Kid could go in with a $1 bill and walk out with a Hot Wheel. That doesn't happen anymore. Unless you take it in places like Family Dollar, Dollar Tree, Dollar General. This is a Dollar Tree run. And I'm sorry, but all gold. Like, even some of the girls' toys. Cool stuff. For like $1. Like, if you're really into customizing and making stuff, because I know a lot of people are, this is a place to go. You're going to pay little to nothing for the basis of something that you can turn into something even cooler if you wanted to, if you're a customizer. But I just think it's really neat. I think this is the stuff that I think more of us need to start gravitating toward, instead of paying an insane amount of money for a toy that just relatively literally just sits on the shelf. Or if you're going to go out and spend the money for a kid to get something, this is a place to go. Like, yeah, I know it's kind of cheap, but to be honest, toys should be cheap. I mean, paying $30, $40 for one robot is kind of insane. It really is. Like, I'm sorry, but the prices for things are kind of astronomically crazy. I can see paying that much for something vintage, but something brand new on the shelf should never be that expensive. I understand there's production costs, there's design elements, there's this, that, and the other. I get it. I'm a huge Transformer fan, but I'm not into spending $25 for a deluxe. When I remember, not even 10 years ago, I could get a deluxe for $12. And I thought that was expensive, because I remember before I went into the service, I could get deluxes for like around under $10. Like, I understand inflation. Don't get me wrong. But when it gets to the point that it's insane, it's crazy. So if you're really into customizing, if you're really into like collecting odd toys, weird stuff, dollar stores are where it's at. Now, the food side, still go to your normal grocery stores. I tend to go to grocery stores for food. But when it comes to collecting things, getting stuff to decorate your house, gifts, things like that, Go to your dollar stores. Even Five Below is actually really good for gifts. Go to Five Below for that. Because there's some really, really interesting stuff out there. Sometimes Five Below may be a little pricey on certain things, but relatively, some of these dollar stores are doing much better than your other big box stores. They're just crazy. Anyway, this has been Plasticon. This is me rambling about dollar stuff, because, you know, dollar stuff, dollar stuff. I'll see you guys around. I have plenty more coming your way. That's it for now. Bye!